And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And how about the play of some of the rookies around the league so far? Here is the rookie race, as all these first-year players have made big splashes in the league and certainly have bright futures ahead of them. You look at Flagg all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Yeah, a rookie year can be unpredictable, but he's consistently stood out from the crowd.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. Jackson is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Aldama at the free slot. And for Dallas, sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. And it's Irving at the point guard position. Here's Davis, and 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Shoots the 3. Aldama can't hit. So for Dallas, their last game a win against Sacramento, and this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Irving passes to Davis. Stolen by Jackson. To the paint. Here's Morant. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Cooper Flagg. The electric Ja Morant, the leader of this team, Stan. What's his focus need to be going forward?
Well, look, Kevin, I think it's pretty simple with Ja Morant. We know how good he is. Can he keep himself on the floor on a consistent basis, which for Ja means staying healthy and staying out of trouble. If he can do that, there's no question about his ability or his ability to lead this team.
You gotta know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
No good from Irving.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Morant looking around. There's a screen by Aldama. Morant drives in. Jackson has the open look. No good with the triple. Mavericks have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Inside. The kick out to Irving. Morant with the steal. Jumps up. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here is Davis. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant against Irving. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Now, here's Thompson. 17 points in his last outing. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson in the corner. Beyond the arc. That shot is off. And so it's Irving who brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 7. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. The Mavericks, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Irving against Morant. From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
It was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose the rebounding battle.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. No scoring in this one. Morant with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, he is such a blur in transition. Morant goes from 0 to 60 faster than a sports car.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
Mavericks trail by 9. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and Coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Now Irving. After the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, here's Flagg, and Flagg throws it down.
2 emphatic points from Flagg. This rookie has some serious swag.
And Clark slams it in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Now here's Irving. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
His goal is to make an impact all over the floor. Irving can be a headache from mid-range.
Here's Aldama. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Irving against Morant. Thompson from long range hits the three-point bomb.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. To the middle, Jerome finds Edey. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Russell high post. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
And that's pro. Russell gets his man a little out of position and draws the foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Memphis.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
And so Russell hits them both.
Whether it's points, steals, or passes, Russell is out here working hard to give you what you need.
Pass to Edey. Outside Jackson. Back to Edey. Edey with a screen on Christie. 5 on the clock. Here's Pippen. Here's Edey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Gafford sets the pick for Washington. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Jerome passes to Pippen. Some solid defense from Gafford.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Washington passes to Christie. Up again. Second chance shot. And it's Washington missing.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Pippen with a wide open look. Pippen missing again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Washington missing. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Golden State Warriors. Jerome finds Edey. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, when Edey gets strong inside positioning like there, just let him go to work because he can overpower defense.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Marshall. Here's Christie. For the screen on Pippen. Here's Christie. They get it back. Now, here's Washington. Outside, Russell. Washington with the screen on Jerome. And it's Russell missing. Outs one up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on D'Angelo Russell. The Grizzlies shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The free throw drops for Jerome. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Jerome drops them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
1 second left. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's Memphis with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. We've got Davis. Christie is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Washington in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Jackson passes to Jerome. Jackson setting the pick here for Jerome. Shot clock at 6. Off target with his 3. Mavericks trail by 10. What a unique skill set Jaren Jackson Jr. coach brings to the floor.
No question, Kevin. He's a two-way player, a defensive player of the year who also has proven he can be a primary scorer, and he can score it from the three-point line, or he can put it on the floor and go to the basket. Plus, he's got a post game. This is one of the most versatile players in the league.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. A couple couple seasons ago, beset with injuries, the Grizzlies rode Jaren Jackson Jr. He said, I probably had never been put in a position to be that offensively free in my life. Getting those experiences, I can take that going forward. But it's more fun to have everybody around you for sure. Kevin, back to you.
Great to see how he's grown. Allie, we thank you very much. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Marshall, he's checked in for Christie. A quick break in the action. Let's check out the fiercest shot swatters in the league. Jaren Jackson, third.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And it's Pippen in the corner. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. Outside for Jackson. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change, but your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
Here's Edey, the Mavericks making the shot. Edey with a screen on Gafford. They double him with Russell. Jerome passes to Jackson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's the floater. It's sent back by Edey. The finish. And the dunk by Wells.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Russell passes to Davis. Over in the corner, Marshall. Davis with a screen on Pippen. 3, Marshall. The putback. Here's Davis. Jerome with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Edey. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Down low. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Outside for Jackson. Pass to Jerome. Six on the shot clock. He sinks the 11-footer. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Flagg comes in for Washington. Thompson, he's checked in for Marshall. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Russell. Memphis also making some changes. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Wells. And it's John Morant in for Pippen.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Morant. A 3-ball by Morant.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. It's good to see him being effective off the ball.
Irving attacking, out to Thompson. Launches a 3. It's good from long range. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Jerome passes to Jackson. Up top, Aldama. Over Flagg. Aldama can't hit.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
It's stolen by Aldama. Morant with it. Now defended by Flagg. Pass to Aldama. Bounce pass for Jerome. Memphis moving that ball around. Aldama can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Flagg. Guarded by Morant. And that one's good. Flagg.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's Morant. He's got 10. And so the ball's out of bounds. Morant touched it last. And here we can check out the story for Kyrie Irving.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Ty Jerome. Now here's Irving. Combining around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Morant. Over Irving. And it's Morant missing. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total shape. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Washington's checked in for Dallas. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. The Mavericks 4th.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Morant outside. Pocket 6. Aldama inside. He has yet to score.
And at 7 feet tall, Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
Caldwell-Pope passes to Clark. The shot off that time. Good D by Thompson.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
On the wing, Thompson. Over Caldwell-Pope. Thompson misses. And for Memphis, they're shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Memphis shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That free throw, no good.
One of the most explosive players to have ever entered this league. Morant shows out every night.
And he's good on the second. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. From deep Washington, Edey with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And it's Morant missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And stolen by Irving. A 3-ball. Aldama with the rebound. Memphis trailing here. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. And another miss by Memphis.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavericks. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Irving. Count that bucket. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Red line! Ooh, they're measuring up the shot.
Hey everybody, we've seen plenty of action in that first half to chat about. But first, we're taking a look at the power rankings during this late season push.
Looking at Dallas, their roster is stacked. They expect them to be the top dog. In my book, they are the title favorites.
Shaq calling his shot.
Not really going out on a limb there, huh, big fella?
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Memphis Grizzlies.
I gotta see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel to do it? I agree with you. They need to do it better, but can they?
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
Here's Morant. Starting the second half, here's Tomas Isolos's foul. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. Brandon Clark is out there with Jackson, and it's Aldama in at the small forward.
A good stroke on the tweener by Caldwell Pope.
Pass to Davis. Thompson right side, and it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Irving. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Another 3 for Dallas.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Aldama banked in off the glass. Aldama's got his second basket.
Using that almost 7-foot frame, Santi Aldama, the Spaniard.
Coach, I know you're familiar with Caldwell Pope's game from coaching him early in his career.
Yeah, look, Kevin, and he's just continued to get better and better. And like most veteran guys, he's just gotten smarter with the experience that he has. This is a guy who plays with great energy. He's in great shape, and he is tough as heck and is not going to make many mistakes.
Now here's Davis. And they double up Davis. Pass to Flagg. Thompson looking for an opening. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Caldwell-Pope pass to Jackson. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, that's the kind of aggressive play you want to see from Jaren Jackson.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Mavericks. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And of course, Memphis, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And when you look at Memphis, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I just don't know what has happened to them. You get the sense that their frustration is starting to reach a breaking point, too.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. Kyrie Irving third.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
He misses the free throw.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the second free throw, good.
Well-rounded. That's the term you saw all over Flagg's scouting reports. Everyone is attracted to a guy who looks like he is capable of doing it all and doing it at an NBA level with the proper development.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A three-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
A miss that time would have put him up. And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 1. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And it's slammed in by Davis. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 14 rebounds. Irving against Morant. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And it's tied up with that one. And so here is Dallas. Now Irving. 8 points for him. Morant with the steal. For the finish, the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Using the speed that time, Caldwell-Pope got out ahead of the defense to finish off the break.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Irving. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Mavs. Morant against Irving. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, Jackson's ability to both dive to the rim as well as pop out for a jump shot makes him an excellent partner in the pick and roll.
Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes! type of shot.
Morant with it, picked up by Davis. And it's Morant missing. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% to the field. Thompson for the triple. Thompson with the 3. Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Clark. Wells comes in for Santi Aldama. Pippen's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Ty Jerome in for John Morant. Outside for Pippen. Pass to Jerome. Back to Pippen. On the wing, Jackson. Over Davis. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Jackson.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Davis in the corner. Flagg sends a screen for Davis. Pass to Thompson to the inside. Jerome with the steal. Here's Wells, and the dunk by Wells. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Inside, deflects the pass. Edey with the steal. Fast break Memphis. Here's Jackson, and another basket for Memphis. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulting in several forced turnovers.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. P.J. Washington comes in for Anthony Davis. Marshall, he's checked in for Flagg. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Klay Thompson. And then Washington with the dunk.
And the precision passing of Russell, this time out of the pick and roll.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
13 foul.
Here's Edey. He's got 6. Wells kicks to Jackson. Washington against Jerome. 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that, it doesn't go down.
That one goes in.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
D'Angelo Russell. Third personal foul. 14 foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Down low, Washington kicks to Marshall. Irving looking over the floor. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. And for Memphis, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Irving. He's got 14. Offered his screen on Pippen. Irving can't get it to go. It's Pippen with a drive and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Memphis, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight, 6 of 9 to be exact. Free throw good from Pippen. And both free throws good for Pippen. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Dallas. A 2-point game. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Washington with the screen on Pippen. Irving with a clean look. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, already an improvement for him from beyond the arc in this half.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Here's Russell. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's Dallas leading by a point. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Washington. And it's Christie in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The 3, Pippen. And Davis pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Russell kicks to Washington. Releases. And he swishes it right through. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Back to Pippen. Jackson, a screen on Christie. Outside Jackson. Pocket 6. The Grizzlies with another miss. Edey with the steal. And it's in there.
Look, this is just Edey doing big man things. Getting physical to win buckets.
To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. Stolen by Washington. To the middle. Here's Davis. Pass to Christie. Outside Russell. Here's Davis. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. No one near as Jerome lets it go. And it's off from 3-point range. Davis finds Washington. Davis sets a screen. Washington passes to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Latray. Christie can't make it. Memphis has gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Jerome. Outside Pippen. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Julius Randle and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Davis down low. Cotton Jar covering. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Pass to Edey. to take the lead. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Trying to get something going. In deep, Gafford drops it in. 6 points for Daniel Gafford.
And slick dish there in the pick and roll. Russell showing his elite feel for the game.
Jerome passes to Concha. Good on the three-point shot. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Russell dishes to Davis. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Grizzlies. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Conchar. He's covered by Irving. Pass to Edey. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
At the teardrop, Jerome with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Outside for Jackson. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And that is why Triple J is a stretch 5. He doesn't clog the lane. Jaren really helps to space the floor.
Pass to Gafford. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Flagg comes in for Washington. And it's Klay Thompson in for Russell. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Jackson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Concha. Mavericks trail by 7. Irving with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. To the inside. Clark. Tries again. He lays it in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thompson buries the deep ball.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
The response triple answers back.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Irving driving to the basket. Puts it right back up and in.
And when Irving is rolling like this, it's really special to watch. Not much the D can do.
Jackson fires. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Davis setting the pick for Irving. Takes the 3, and down goes the 3.
And this is why they go to Thompson. The coaches, his teammates, they all trust in his ability to deliver.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Irving attacking. Thompson. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. 3, good.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this and fast.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Thompson outside. Here's Lively. On the wing, Thompson. He's the rebound. Memphis has gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9.
First team foul.
Jerome against Irving. Jackson. The shot is good.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And here we go. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Jerome against Thompson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Ty Jerome, 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Jerome drops them both.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Jaren, you've shown yourself to be an impact player at both ends of the floor. But is defense where it starts?
Yeah, you know, the talking keeps me active, just being able to move my feet, being able to stay low on defense, you know, all those things keep you engaged. And when you do those things, you can make a big impact as the anchor of the team. And, you know, everybody else, they take pride in defense. So if I'm working with everybody else, it's great.
Thanks, Jaren. Congrats on your success.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jaren Jackson.